For the second time in less than a week, Governor Landry returned to central Louisiana today, this time setting up at the Moreauville Fire Department to address the historic flooding that has devastated parts of Avoyelles Parish. State officials, volunteers, and residents gathered to learn what help is available now and what comes next for communities still underwater. As flood recovery efforts continue across Avoyelles Parish, Governor Landry says the state is shifting from emergency response to long-term recovery. Monday's meeting at the Moreauville Fire Department served as both a supply distribution hub and an update for residents seeking answers.
This fire station is going to serve as kind of the hub of where supplies will come in and then go out to places like DuPont, Moreauville, and other areas that are affected.
Landry says 50 temporary trailers are being deployed to the Paragon Casino grounds in Marksville, while the state also works to secure hotel rooms for displaced residents. He's urging those in need of a place to stay to contact their local police jurors.
Those are going to be allotted through the parish. The parish is going to determine the needs, availability, and accessibility of those particular units.
But Landry stressed that federal assistance depends on damage reports being submitted. He's urging everyone impacted to document their losses through the state's damage assessment website.
If we don't know what people need, we can't get you the resources that you need.
For many residents, the flooding came without warning. Jen Langford says her home escaped the rising water. Her church in Simpsport was not as fortunate.
Church was not in a flood zone, so it's left a lot of people unprepared to deal with this kind of damage.
Langford attended the meeting looking for information for elderly neighbors, church members, and friends who are still struggling to recover. She left encouraged by what she heard, but says the community's biggest fear is what happens when the headlines fade.
I'm satisfied that it felt like things were addressed and that there is a plan to proceed for getting help. I am concerned that when the emergency status is over, that everyone will be forgotten about. So we just want to make sure that no one's forgotten about.
Faith has become a source of strength for many families navigating the aftermath of the storm. Langford says recovery is about more than rebuilding homes. It's also about rebuilding hope.
We need hope to know that this storm is here, but after the rain, the sun will shine again. We need to know that, we're going to see a better day come through all of this.
Landry says FEMA officials are already engaged. Faith-based groups are stepping up, and additional resources are on the way. But for now, he's asking residents to remain patient as the state works to determine the full scope of the disaster.
I would tell you that there are a lot of people out there that care about them. A lot of people are volunteering their time. We're seeing a lot of faith-based organizations come in. I know that it's hot. I know that sometimes you don't have electricity and you want to get your life back right away. We are working as quickly as we can to get those resources to you.
Landry says reporting flood damage is critical to securing both state and potential federal assistance. If you were impacted by the flooding, you can report the damage at damage.la.gov.